I was a gambling addict, is the best way to put it. Last month, I was down 30 grand. It's just me and my mum, and I had 5 other siblings, so we were pretty broke. I just wanted to make money there and then. I wasn't thinking about the process.
And then you when did you start having profits?
February last year.
So it took
February,
you about
March.
2 years to really grasp onto the concept.
Yeah.
So you made up to date around like 180K more or less right now.
Through prop firms, about 108K.
You don't plan to withdraw any time through that journey?
Nope, I'll lose it if I have to.
When you were in this whole journey, how many challenges did you go?
Hundreds. And when I say hundreds, I'm not even exaggerating.
You never wanted to give up?
I thought I'm in too deep. I can't give up now. Like a gambler's dream, basically. You're in too deep. You can't quit now.
What would you say would be one of the main characters that you would need to have in order to be that successful trader?
Definitely, you just need massive discipline. Because if you ain't got discipline, you ain't gonna make no money.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another Swing Trading Lab podcast. Today we have a trader all the way from the UK, which is kind of interesting, right? Because usually when we do payout requests in order to hop on a podcast, usually it's like, yo, if you've just made any money, right? If you've had 1 payout, 2 payouts, just request it to the team, put you through the process, bring you out to Miami, we do a podcast in person. But this trader decided to, you know what, fuck that. I'm not going to get on the podcast with just 1 payout. Like, I want to really see if this works. And we're going to see after consistent profits. If it works, then we'll go out and do a podcast. So that's exactly what he did. So before anything, bro, appreciate you coming all the way from the UK.
I appreciate you having me, honestly.
So this is your first podcast you've ever done?
First time.
You're nervous? You're excited?
A little bit, yeah. A little bit nervous, but...
And it's your first time in the US as well?
Correct.
So I know a lot of traders are, you know, kind of... Because like the UK is the hub where Forex originally started, right? Because the foreign exchange, whatever, started in the UK. And you guys have really sick time zones to trade as well. Because you guys are +6 hours. +6 or +7? I think it's +6.
+6, I think, yeah. Because London opens 8 a.m.
That's sick. Oh, London opens here 2 a.m. I'm sure
That's crazy. Yeah, I've been trading. I've been waking up at 3 a.m. to trade.
And you've been doing it?
Yeah, I've been doing it.
Oh, sick. I mean, how do you see like the difficulty of it, right? Like if you're
I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, it's very hard. I mean, usually you got to set alarms like in the middle of the night, you wake up and stuff like that. But before that, you know, I want to talk a little bit about, you know, your whole entire journey, how you got to this point you are now, and a little bit of what you expect for you to do, you know, throughout the year. So give me your first initial thoughts, right? Because how long have you been part of this set and forget community as a whole?
Probably nearly 3 years.
Sick.
Nearly 3 years, yeah.
3 years?
Probably about 2.5. Probably,
Okay.
is the best way to put it.
And then you when did you start having profits?
When I started making money was February last year.
So it took
February,
you about
March.
2 years to really grasp onto the concept?
Yeah, but I've been in the trading space since 2015.
Okay. And then would you say that, like, what took you so long to get the profits? Like, what mistakes were you constantly making?
I was a gambling addict, is the best way to put it. I just wanted to make money there and then. I wasn't thinking about the process. So, like, I would have the strategy that worked, and I would always think, what can I do to change it? Because I'll lose a trade, and I'll be like, all right, I'm doing something wrong. Instead of just the market wasn't good that day. So it was all mainly in my head, pretty much, and just psychological.
How did you battle that? Like, how did you get through all that?
Still struggling.
Yeah.
But it's not easy. It's because your emotions just take a massive toll on you, don't they? And obviously losing big money, like last month, I was down 30 grand.
Oh, shit.
It's a lot of money.
Do you come from money or no?
No, my mum's... It's just me and my mum. And I had 5 other siblings, so we're pretty broke.
You're the oldest or younger?
Yeah, I'm the oldest.
Oh, so you're like the example that you got to set.
Pretty much, yeah.
Everybody.
And they all still don't believe it. Even though I've shown them money, they just don't believe it.
So you've made up to date around like 180K more or less right now?
Through prop firms, about 180K. Through prop firms on my live account, about 240, 250.
Oh, okay. So you're trading personal as well?
Yeah. That's something I haven't done till like March this year. And funny enough, I'm copying the 100 to a mil challenge.
Nice, sick.
But I put in $1,000 in it instead, and I'm at like 30K, I think, right now.
That's crazy.
So I thought I'll copy that, and I thought if I can get that to a mil, that would be insane. Do you know what I mean? That's a massive live account, because I don't risk 1% per trade either, because I think it's for bitches.
So
Since I seen you say you're risking 5-10%, like 5-6%, I was like, why am I being a bitch?
yeah, I mean, dude, the 1% rule is just for prop firms. It's not for personal account.
Yeah,
personal account, dude, I risk 15% sometimes. I don't give a shit. But like, dude, like I'm taking 1 trade every 2 weeks. So
Yeah, for sure.
I could do that because I'm waiting for a really good trade setup. But hold on, let's take a couple steps back. Because bro, like the last 4 podcasts that I've done, every single student that has come, they started their own 100 to the mill challenge as well.
Oh, for real?
And they all started with, one guy started with 5K and he ran it up to, what was it? I think it was like 130, like 130, 140,000. I'm like, dude, I'm out here such a bitch. Like I'm only at like 8,000 because I'm starting with $100, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, if I were to start with a lot more, I would be way higher. All the trades that you've taken on your $1,000 to 30K, were they like my trades or were they your own trades?
I've taken all the ones you've taken, other than EURUSD you missed, because
Okay.
obviously me being in London, I didn't miss it.
Yeah, okay.
The AUD CAD trade that you just lost on, I didn't take it personally, just because obviously, as you said already, it's already hit stop loss.
Yeah.
And then you took the re-entry, and I thought, well, what would you do? And then I see you take it, I'm like, shit, I'm an idiot. Why didn't I take it?
Yeah.
And then it lost anyway, but I was like, all right, cool. So I avoided that loss there. And then the EURUSD one you also lost on as well. I didn't take that just because I thought, like I said, I was thinking, what would you do in that situation? Because what I do when I see a trade, I don't look at your stories because I don't want to be influenced by it. I want to do my own trades because then it feels like I've learned the skill set, but I'm copy trading. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't take that. I thought I'll just wait for the buy, just sit on my hands basically. And that's something that, like I said, with psychological mindset is you need to sit on your hands.
I mean, that's been pretty much what this one entire week has consisted of. Just have you taken any trades this week or no?
Yeah, I'm up 11K. I took EURUSD. That's what I'm saying. Monday, I was at the airport. I lost 5K, and then Tuesday, Wednesday was wins. Today was a no trade.
That's great because you want, like, I feel like I'm being very conservative in this whole entire 100 to the mill challenge, right? Like, there's been a shit ton of trades that I've called and I've missed. I just don't enter them at all.
Yeah.
But then I go in the chat and then all of you guys are entering them and I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on? Like, what am I doing wrong? But then I realized that, you guys are staying up, or some people are in London, and some people just don't wait for all the confirmations. Because, bro, every single trade I'm going to enter, I'm going to risk almost 100% of the trade. Because obviously I'm doing the account flip. But it's just kind of interesting, like, meeting you guys in person, right? Like, when I see the messages in the chat, I don't really believe it. I don't think it's real, right? It's just messages. But I see you in person. You're telling me like the same trade that I sent out. Like you're like legitimately making money on it. It blows my mind, right? So your goal right now is to take those $1,000 to the mill. You don't plan to withdraw any time through that journey?
Nope, I'll lose it if I have to.
Really?
Yeah.
So if you're at 500K?
I might consider taking some, but I've already said to myself I'm not taking out unless it's like, even if I get to 500K, maybe take out like half or something. I don't know, but I feel like I can do it.
Interesting. So let's take it back a couple steps as well, right? So back to the whole prop firm space. So do you believe that prop firms is what made you profitable because it forced you to learn risk management? Because you said you were a little bit of a gambler before. 100%. So how did that affect your journey?
I guess it helped me because it was, like you said, it forces you to have risk management, which is something that I wouldn't have because, bro, I wasted like 20K on prop firms. Like I worked since I was 15 to save all the money so I could put time into making money. And I blew it all on copying signals and prop firm challenges. Like I'd buy prop firm challenge just to full margin it. And like it would be like 100K, 200K account, which is a lot of money to most people, just to full margin and blow it. And I'm like, shit, I'll just buy another one.
How old are you now?
I'm 23.
23? Okay, so we're the same age.
Yeah, pretty much.
So when you were in this whole journey, how many challenges did you blow?
Hundreds. I'm not, and when I say hundreds, I'm not even exaggerating.
Really?
Like I could probably get all the screenshots later on.
But hundreds?
I mean easily over 100.
But 100K, 10Ks,
100Ks, 200Ks, 25Ks, 50Ks.
So you burned a lot in those challenges.
Yeah.
Probably
on the funded trader prop firm, I blew 30K on there.
On just
30K just on challenges.
Sheesh. How did that make you feel? You never wanted to give up?
I thought I'm in too deep. I can't give up now.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like a gambler's dream, basically. You're in too deep. You can't quit now.
I mean, yeah, that's like
I've devoted all my time to this.
Yeah, that's like the degen mindset. You're just in too deep. You gotta make it back. Do you like you're saying that you're still battling with that stuff right now, right?
Yeah, it is better, but it's not great. Do you know what I mean? My head's probably like 75% good. Like I can stick to risk management, but sometimes I feel like I let go of sitting on my hands too quickly.
And what do you do to hold yourself accountable when you break that rule?
So I seen you bought like a crappy car.
Yeah.
And I thought about doing it because I've got a A45 Brabus
Oh, nice.
Merc back in the UK. So I thought about buying something like you have as well, just to set myself back a bit. But obviously, I'm not on the level you are with Ferraris and
No, but I mean,
Lambs yet. But
but so like I did that because it's what motivated me to not break my trading plan, right? So I found what I really enjoyed, which is driving my cars, and whenever I break my trading plan, that gets taken away from me. You have to find whatever you enjoy, you know.
cars.
Okay,
100%,
okay, then there you go. Then
cars.
you would just buy a fucking scooter or something.
Yeah.
Like that would suck, you know. Like
Yeah.
if you have a Brabus and you got to ride a scooter, you're not gonna want to break your trading plan. But like
Sure.
the most important thing is you have to make sure that you're holding yourself accountable because nobody's watching you, right? Like hundreds of thousands of people are watching me, so I kind of have to do it. If not, I'd probably slack off a little bit. But you know, you're not. You say you're not posting on social media, you're not doing any of this
I
stuff.
post occasionally, and I've made my own little Discord community
Sick,
chat.
sick.
Hence the reason Trader Made Simple.
Sick.
But yeah, that's really where I post them. But it hold like you said, it holds you accountable for it as well, because it's not just you taking the trade; it's other people taking it as well. So then you know they're losing money, and you're like, shit. Well, I need to lock in basically because I'm losing other people money as well.
Of course. So let's take it now to the technical aspect, right? Like, what would you say was one of your biggest issues that you like had when it comes to trading technicals? Like, was it market structure, candlesticks?
Honestly, I would say more of market structure, because how I learn, like if the trend was changing from bullish to bearish, is obviously a break of structure, which obviously is shift of structure. But I used to look at it at the wicks, whereas you look at it at the candle bodies, which that changed a lot for me, because I would get faked out a lot more with all the wicks, and then when you see the bodies, you're like, oh, there's a trade I've just missed because I'm waiting for it to sweep the wick instead. But that was the main thing, I think, was that clicked everything once I saw that.
How long did it take for that to click?
Probably about 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
Okay, so 4 months.
Because obviously I already knew what I was doing. It's just a matter of implementing what you do.
And then would you say that that was part of the risk management, or you had to add risk management on top? Like, did you start making money as soon as you learned that, or you saw that you started making like the trades but not making money because of the risk?
Yeah.
management?
So what I did to, because obviously like I said, I lost a lot of money. What I did to force myself into making money safely is I didn't take trades. So I marked them on the screen and I'd sit there and watch them.
For how long did you do that?
I'd done that for 4 months.
No shit.
Yeah, and I would have made so much money, but that's the reason why I feel like I'm making good money now, is because I'd done that. Instead of just making money and like taking the trades, I was making myself watch them win, watch them lose, instead of just taking them.
It's like having a hot girlfriend and you can't do anything with it.
Pretty much.
That sucks. So when you were watching these trades play out, what, like, did you give yourself a time? You know what, 4 months, 5 months? Like, when did you just say, all right, you know what, the next trade I'm going to actually execute?
So it was going to be a month, but then what happened was I brought a prop firm challenge 3 weeks in, and I thought, I'm going to take trade next week. And I thought, what am I doing? I'm being so stupid. So I thought, if I'm doing that 3 weeks in, I need to extend it. So then it got to 3 months, and I was like, all right, I think I've got this now. And I said to my girlfriend, I said, I'll just do it next month, because obviously I was already like at the end of 3 months, so may as well just wait till the end of the month and finish it clean off.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting. Because obviously live testing and back testing are two completely different things.
Oh, 100%.
And I think the narrative of a lot of these new traders have changed already of, you know what, we have to go and back test this strategy in order to see if it works or not. Dude, you never, it's never going to work.
No, because then you're looking for things you can change as well, and you can flick through price in 2 minutes.
That's the thing right there. The thing is, you can go through 2 months worth of price in 10 seconds. And yeah, it might play out cool. Like, yeah, that might be great. You can catch 10 trades in those 2 months. But the time that you have to sit on your hands for those 2 months is the real challenge, not the actual technicals. The technicals is easy. You just rinse and repeat what is taught in the strategy. Or if, like, that time that you have to wait, that's where it's going to make or break the trader. So when, like, where do you see yourself now with how you're approaching the market? How many trades are you taking a week? Are you sitting on your hands?
So what I've done is I've got two lots of capital basically. So I'm swing trading, but I'm also day trading. So I found, hence the reason why I've started my own little thing as well, is because I've found a way how to simplify what you're doing on the higher time frame. So I do the exact same you're doing on the higher time frame, but then I've simplified it on the lower time frame, and I just use the 5 minute and the 1 hour time frame to day trade in London session.
Sick.
It is, bro, it's very, very profitable.
Yeah, I mean, bro, the center figure strategy is
It's insane.
It's literally like it's very straightforward.
Mm.
If you were to break it down into the pillars, the center figure strategy.
So what, like your version or my version?
Yeah, I mean the version basically, like whatever you created was based off of like the foundation of the center figure strategy. So,
Yeah.
So there's 3 pillars to it.
Yeah. So basically, all it is the market structure, the support and resistance, and literally just sitting on your hands is the best way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Because and just following the checklist. Because if you don't follow the checklist, you're going to get railed.
I mean, you cannot follow the checklist. You're just not going to take a high probability trade.
Well, exactly, and that's the thing with taking a lower probability trade. You don't want to risk 5-10% on that, do you? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're just asking to get railed.
So you've made it about $250,000, right? In your
Pretty much, yeah.
Did you see yourself making that when you were blowing all those challenges?
No way.
No.
No. Like I my first ever payout I got from a fluke, because I'm not even joking. I full margined NFP. I was down on a 100k account. I was down 8%, and then I was in a floating trade that was down 1.7%. So bear in mind, I had 0.3% left. NFP come out and flew straight up, and I was like, shit, let's go. And I made like $2,000, and I was like, I've done it. I've cracked trading. But obviously, it was just NFP.
So you almost hit the max total loss.
Yeah.
Then NFP got you out of that.
Yeah.
Plus profit.
But what was quite funny as well is I had rent to pay at the end of the month, and I had no money to pay it.
Oh shit.
And that's what made me think, oh, I've cracked trading just because of news. It's so stupid. But it's all stories how I see it. It's just
Well, so the stories that you can pretty much get in trading, nobody's gonna understand, right? Like like you can tell your cousin, your mom, your siblings, they're just not gonna get it if they're not in that journey with you. Is there anybody that was in that journey with you as you were becoming the trader you are now?
I would say my girlfriend probably, because she has no idea what I'm talking about. But she's always been supportive of it. Like, it got to the point where I quit my job because I wanted to devote all the time to trading. And I think that was the worst thing I'd done. And that's what I push to people now, is because they think if you quit your job, you can learn quicker. And it's not, it makes it harder because you don't have an income to fall back in. So you need the money to live off of to then make trading become easier, because you ain't relying on making the money quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I kept saying to her. I was like, I need to go back and get a job. And she was saying, go get a job then. And I was saying, I can't do it. So that's the thing. I just stopped myself from working. It just pushed me. And then it got to the point I was down to like my last like £1,000 basically, because I saved about 20 grand.
Mm-hmm.
To live off of, which is obviously a lot of money, but
Yeah.
it's not when you're putting money into courses and then you're paying for challenges, and then you think, oh, this course is great, so let's buy a challenge, and then boom, gone.
And how did you get access to those 20,000?
Just from working.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm not really, well, I wasn't really like a partier. I didn't go clubbing with like all my school friends. I shut off all my friends because of obviously the pandemic side of things. I just started gaming a lot more, and I was just sitting on my computer games. So obviously I had money coming in, but I had nowhere to spend it other than like FIFA points and stuff like that.
And where were you working? Like, what was your job?
I used to work for a dog kennels. I don't know if is that a thing over here?
A what?
Like a boarding thing for dogs when you go on holiday.
Oh, okay. Like a
Like a dog hotel basically.
Okay.
So I did that from when I was 15, because it was a family business. They were friends of the family, so I done that, and I was getting paid good money, to be fair, at 15. And then I left that when I was 18 to work for UPS. And I worked as like a driver's mate person, that gets off the van and does the parcels. So I done that, and I just basically saved all my money. I was doing 12-hour shifts 6 days a week.
Oh, sick. I mean, yeah, if you have no expenses, you're living with your mom. Like,
Pretty much. My monthly expense is about £300, and I was making like 2,000
a month.
Yeah, 2,000.
Oh yeah, if you're doing that for like 2 years, you're racking up money. You're just saving up. Sick.
Obviously, like I said, I was buying FIFA points and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then like I was playing Fortnite, so I was buying V-Bucks and shit like that. But yeah, so other than that, I was saving quite a lot.
So you had no trading buddies on the come up, nothing, nobody that you can.
Yeah, but they all come and go really. Like, I didn't have anyone really by my side that was saying, listen, you're being an idiot. You need to do this. you need to do this and stuff like that. So I wouldn't really say so. And one friend I did have that was learning to trade with me, he gave up.
Oh, and where's he now?
He messaged me the other week and he said, "Bro, can you teach me?" And I said, "But you left me."
Oh fuck.
I feel bad, but obviously he left me, so
Why did he leave you? He was just weak. He just didn't.
he just gave up. Just I don't think he had the mental capacity for
Yeah.
it.
I mean, it's not made for everybody. You know, it's open to anybody to go and try it, but it's not meant for everybody to actually become successful in it. What would you say would be one of the main characters that you would need to have in order to be that successful trader?
Discipline, definitely. You just need massive discipline because if you ain't got discipline, you ain't gonna make no money.
What else? If you were to say three of them,
I don't know. It's a hard question, really, because
because there's so many things that goes into it.
there's too many to name.
Yeah.
Like there's just so much. Like you need risk management and you need discipline. You need a strategy that works for starters because if you ain't got a strategy, it's all good having discipline, but you ain't gonna make no money.
Of course.
You just need to just trust the process.
The best comparison that I can give trading and how to become successful in trading, it's like an engine of a car, right? A car's engine is built of a bunch of different components, right? You have the pistons, the cylinders, the cooler, the oil, the fan. There's just all these things that have to connect together in order for the car to work properly. Now, if you're missing one piston, the car is still running, but it's like struggling. If you don't have oil, the car is gonna overheat. It's gonna run, but overheat. It's just there's no longevity in it. You need to have all the things in sync perfectly for the engine to work without a problem. It's the same thing with trading. Like you cannot have, let's say, risk management, or you cannot have an entry signal, or all these little things, and you might be able to catch a trade or two, but there's no longevity in that. You're gonna simply constantly be, the car overheating, turning off, or your strategy ending up in losses. Which at the end of the day, people just give up, right? If you've been working on the car for a year, 2 years, and trying to get it to work without cutting corners, it's gonna get to the point where you're gonna give up on the project of the car. It's just not. It's just frustrating, right? You don't fall in love with the passion anymore. So it's the same thing with trading. People come into trading thinking that they can just cut corners and do everything as fast as they can, thinking that they're gonna make money without actually having a passion for it. Do you think you have a passion for trading, or you just like it to make money?
I did, but now the passion's like pretty much gone. Like you said, like you do it now just to make money. You don't do it for anything else. Like I only do it just for the freedom. I don't do it because I want to do it because it's boring. It literally is very boring.
It is.
And people, it's because people get sold a dream pretty much. That is the main reason why everyone gets into trading thinking they can make money tomorrow. But if no one done that, then it'd be more organically growth.
And then what would you say would be your plans, let's say 6 months from now and then a year from now?
So, like I said, my plan is to move out here. That's what I want to do. I want to move to Miami now.
You want to move out here?
Yeah,
it's way better than the UK, I can imagine.
100%, way better than the UK, weather-wise, and just the atmosphere is just completely different. I want to move my mum out of where she lives because she's renting, so I want to buy her a house if I can.
She wants to stay in the UK, or
she wants to stay in the UK? Yeah, she wouldn't leave because of all my other siblings and stuff like that. But that's probably my main goals is to move my mum out, get her a house, and then sort myself out and get out here.
I mean, I've been to the UK. I feel like the UK. Have you been to New York? No, it's your first time.
No.
Yeah, it's your first time in the US. So my personal opinion, right? I think the UK is an upgraded version and more vintage, cleaner than New York.
I heard that yesterday.
Yeah, so like UK is cool, it's lit, but it's not Miami, bro. Like, you're just not gonna get the same vibe. And when you compare Miami to Dubai, it's two completely different. Have you been to Dubai?
Yeah.
So what do you think of when you compare it to Miami and Dubai?
Well, because of all the restrictions and stuff like that, it's two different worlds basically. They look similar to some say because of all the big buildings and stuff like that, the nice cars, luxury living, but they're just way two different places.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Dubai is bigger for sure. It feels a lot more majestic because you do have bigger buildings. Like the roads are built for big amounts of people driving on the road. Miami's not built for that, but it gives it more like that touch. It feels more real. Dubai just doesn't feel real. It just feels like it was just like placed there.
Yeah, it does feel like that.
It's a bit confusing. So your goals right now have transferred to you moving over here and then getting your mom a new place. Is there anything aside from that you plan on doing? Like, short term, long term? Do you want to just be a trader for ever? Do you want to put it into a different type of business?
I've thought about it, but I don't really know because I'm still very young and I've devoted all my time to trading. I haven't really had time to learn anything else. Like I tried drop shipping and stuff like that, and I did did make a few thousand, but it wasn't enough because the problem is what people don't teach you with drop shipping is you need to put the money back in, the profits. I spent it all. So I had no money to reinvest to other stuff. So that's something I want to look into. Like, and I was looking at like not futures, like stocks and stuff like that. Like,
Okay,
like long-term investments, just stick money in there. But I'm not really too sure, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, that just takes time, right? You have to kind of same way how you turned into the person you are today to become a successful trader. As you just become normalized into all these profits, you're gonna then turn into a different type of person for these different type of investments. Would you say that you are the same person today than you were like 2 years ago, or have you changed completely?
Personality-wise, yeah, I would say I'm the same person. Like, the money hasn't really changed me at all.
Yeah, but like let's say like not beliefs. That's not the right word. The right word would be more of like routine and just mindset as a whole.
Obviously, my mindset's definitely got better,
For sure.
100%. But like, my routine is still the exact same it was. I do the exact same thing every single day. Just because then if I fall out of routine and I lose a trade, instead of me going, "Oh, it's just a losing trade," I say, because you fell out of your routine.
What's
Being
your
an idiot.
what's your routine like?
Normally, I wake up in the morning, obviously shower, all that stuff, have breakfast, sit down at the chart, have a look. If I see something, I'll stay there. If not, then I'll just go to the gym. And then pretty much that's it. That's just my routine. Like, throughout the day, I'll do whatever I want to do, basically.
So you're just chilling the majority of the day.
Just chilling, yeah, pretty much. And which is why I love trading, because you can do whatever you want.
So you still play video games? You still?
No, I don't play video games.
No.
I can't be bothered. It's just, I feel like it's too time consuming now. Like, I've played occasionally, but not like I used to play, maybe like 30 minutes here and there. But it's just because, like I said, I want to find something else that I can make money now. Now I've got time and money to reinvest. So, like you've got, for example, you've got multiple streams of income. That's what I want, something like that.
Of course. I mean, yeah, you just got to get one solid source first, and then, you could obviously venture and figure out all different other sides of it. But, let's say you have all that free time. You don't get bored just sitting at home sometimes?
Yes. I've not been bored once out here. This is why I want to move here. Because, like, I haven't treated this like a holiday at all. Like, most people, when they come to a different country, they treat it like a holiday, don't they? I've not treated it like a holiday. I've just been doing whatever my mate's doing. Just, even if it's driving around, just going to, like, Chipotle or something like that. Just chilling.
You guys have Chipotle over there, right?
Yeah, but it's 50 miles away from me. So I've never had it.
You've never had
far.
Chipotle?
No, bro, it's gas. I love it. I've had it like 4 times already.
I mean, Chipotle, it's good. It's not. Let me see. I'm gonna recommend you to, like, what kind of foods do you like out here? What kind of foods do you like, and I'll recommend you to a spot.
Anything. What do you like to eat?
I like sushi.
Okay.
You like
There's a good sushi place. I've never had it, but I'll try it.
You've never had sushi?
No. I tried fish last night, so I had
Whoa.
crab cakes,
Hold on.
crab cakes, shrimp,
Hold
and
on.
stuff like that, and squid.
Wait, where do you live in the UK? You live in like a farmland or something?
No, it's like more like the countryside, basically. Do you know what the
Yeah, I know what the countryside
I don't know,
is.
because I say that to people and they're like, "What are you talking about?"
No, I know exactly what the country. Yeah, we have country here too. It's about an hour out. It's a bit far. It's home.
Yeah, so I live like more like not in the city.
What's the name of the?
It's called Nuki.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's like, so like London's here, it's down here.
It's down there. So you've never had sushi?
No.
All right, so you should go check out this spot. So you gotta go to Sugar East, right? It's right in Brickell, right in the middle of Brickell, and it's on a rooftop, which is super sick. You should go tonight. You should make reservations. There's a minimum spend, but you have to like get reservations before. Really, 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 really good sushi, and then you're like on the top of the city. You got a sick view and stuff. You should definitely go.
Okay, I'll have a look, see if I can get there tonight.
Yeah, you should go there, or you should go to Gecko, which is literally like right across the street. Sushi's there is all right as well. I would send you to Komodo, which is like one of the main known ones, but you're gonna wait like 2 hours, which is not the play, right? You don't want to go there. Actually, no, we're gonna go eat some sushi after here, bro. I'm gonna actually invite you to some sushi. We'll go to some spot.
All right, that's sick.
I'm gonna invite you to some spot because, bro, what else haven't you done?
Bro, I haven't done anything really.
What do
I
you
literally haven't done anything.
You know
I
how
haven't been to like a mall. Haven't done nothing.
Wait, your whole life?
No, not like here. No, not my whole life. Like here, I haven't done like anything out here. Really.
Oh, wait. So you've eaten sushi?
No, I've never ate sushi in my life.
Okay. I'm trying to get to know, right?
Oh,
I'm
okay,
trying to understand. You know how to swim?
Yeah, I know how to swim.
Okay, I don't know. 'Cause some
I didn't know
people.
how to swim though till like 5 years ago.
Oh shit! Okay, so you learn that because some people when they live in the countryside, there's no pools. People just
Yeah.
they don't go to beaches and stuff, right?
No, but like, I would go to the city because my friends all lived out there. So
Mm,
I would always be in the city, but I'd never try like stuff like that
so
because
that.
I'm not like I wouldn't go out my comfort zone, if you know what I mean. So if, like, say for example, your favorite food's a burger. If you go to a restaurant and they got burgers, you're not going to try nothing else. I'd just eat a burger.
What do you do to get out of your comfort zone? Like, because I know it's difficult for a lot of people.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't do it much, to be fair.
Why?
Like, I don't know, just scared, I guess.
Yeah, you just don't. Like, what would you say was something that got you out of your comfort zone?
Trading, definitely trading, because the fact of like risking money to make money just doesn't seem real.
Hmm.
Like to me anyway. Now it does, but before, like, risking money to make money just didn't seem real. Like it always was. You get up in the morning, you go to work, you work a job, you come home, you do whatever you want to do, you go again tomorrow.
Was coming out here getting out of your comfort zone?
Definitely. Flying alone was out of my comfort zone. I was terrified. I got dropped off at the airport in London. And I was like, what am I doing?
What was that experience like?
Well, like I said, it's just strange because I've been on quite a lot of holidays this past 2 years. So I've never left the UK
Oh wow!
since last year.
Oh wow!
That was the first time I've been on holidays. It's just because one, I didn't have money, and two, I just didn't see the point in it really. I thought, like I said, I was just so in tune with what we've got there, and that's the rest of my life basically.
Yeah, no, it's definitely it's a very. I don't say it's sad because everybody has the opportunity to do whatever they want, but I feel like the lifestyle there is just not it. It's a very dull, it's very average lifestyle, probably even below average because you really don't have access to much cool stuff. Um, when what else? What is something that would get you out of your comfort zone?
I don't know.
Like what's something that you're like, you know what, I don't think I can do that.
Swimming in the ocean. Straight up, that is the worst thing. I would never do that in my life.
So if we go out on my boat, you'll fucking shit yourself.
I probably wouldn't do it. I'd be terrified. I'm scared of sharks, man. You can't. If you're on land, you can run away from something, but if you're in the sea, you're gone.
No, you swim away.
You can't swim away from a shark. There's no way. I'd be terrified out of my life.
Okay. Interesting. What did you say is something like what else have you faced that was something that got you out of your comfort zone? Aside from trading.
Probably when I was younger. Like I said, I couldn't swim, and my friends used to go like bridge jumping, like into the sea and stuff like that. And I was terrified because of like I said, sharks and stuff like that. But we don't really have that in the UK. But it's more the basis of because I can't swim.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point, like my friends just picked me up and threw me off literally a 20-foot bridge, and I couldn't swim. And that was pretty much that was the worst thing for me.
Interesting.
Definitely.
It's kind of funny. Like,
It's funny, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
I was
No, yeah,
terrified.
of course. I mean, now that you say it now. So if you were to give somebody out there, a new trader, right, that they're just getting started in their journey, a piece of advice, what would you give to them? Anything that comes to your mind. Everybody has a different opinion. Everybody has a different highlight of their journey in their mind. What was that highlight of yours that kind of cracked it for you that you could share with somebody out there that could potentially change their journey?
So I don't know if it's the best answer, but just sticking to one person. Like basically, so you, for example, just don't go buy other courses because they're not seeing success yet. Stick with it. Just don't give up with if they're trying with you or someone else. Just don't give up and look elsewhere, because that was my biggest issue. Is I would buy a course and I would try it, and then I'm learning all this stuff, and then I'm going to, say for example, yours, and I'm like, why are you doing that and he's doing this? And then you're like, you're sat there more confused because you know too much now. Whereas if you just stick to one person, you only learn what you need to learn.
It's information overload, essentially.
Exactly, yeah. I think I've heard someone say like analysis paralysis before or something.
Exactly, yeah. Because you just know too much now. And versus if you only know one thing, you don't have to worry about like outside stuff from that.
Yeah.
So if it were to be something technical, right, like of the actual charts, what would you recommend to somebody? Like one thing that stood out for you.
Market structure, definitely. Knowing if the market's actually bullish or bearish, because that's something that I used to believe the market was bullish, but then you, for example, you'd be like, no, that's bearish. That's clear as day bearish. And it's like I said, it's because of the wicks and using the bodies and stuff like that. And actually, so with me, when I would follow higher highs and higher lows, obviously you just follow it like an up graph. whereas you follow it on the previous high low as the last structure. Whereas I would still count it from all the way down here,
Yeah.
but it's not.
Yeah, and it makes sense, right? When you like look at it in the chart, you're like, well, it makes sense this way. At the end of the day, trading is just something that you have to constantly ask yourself a question. You have to ask yourself, does it make more sense to do this or this? And a lot of traders don't ask themselves that question, or they do, but they're just gonna answer it to their own convenience or to what they honestly think is right, which is just lack of education and lack of experience. And once you kind of get it, you just have to constantly be asking yourself, what is the possible scenario of this looking good this way or this way? And if you have enough experience and enough logical instincts, you can kind of figure it out, because the majority of the answers are pretty much logic, right? It's gonna make more sense for this to look like this versus like this, right? Everything is obviously different. So it's kind of interesting how you understand that, which is something that a lot of beginner traders just don't get right off the bat. And seeing people develop into that mindset is a journey. And that journey is different for everybody. It took you a while, took me a while as well. It's taken a lot of new people a lot less time, which is kind of interesting, because I feel like
It's strange, yeah. Some people like seeing success after like a year and two, and it's like, how?
even less, like 6 months, and I'm like,
Oh, really?
like, dude, I don't know how the hell, which is good and bad, because they get to touch it really fast, so then they know it's real.
But they don't learn all the bad stuff.
No, but then they lose, and they lose everything, and then it's like, well, now you're gonna enter, like now you're gonna do double time. Now you're gonna lose for a longer period of time, and because you thought that you were invincible. Now you're just gonna enter a big dark journey. So you just have to make it through it. But at least you touch the money first, so you know that it's real, right? Which is, it's good. So you would recommend 100% out there to somebody to follow the 7-figure strategy purely.
100%. 100%. Don't go buy another courses. Just stick with it. Just stay on the one course and just learn it. And if you don't understand and you don't get it, take a month, take a 2-month break or something, come back. Just don't give up, basically.
How long would you think it would take somebody to really, really get it and start making profits? Somebody that has no idea what trading is from zero.
It really all depends on how quick they are of a learner as well, isn't it? Because you can't really put a time frame on it, and that's the thing people do put a time frame on. But I mean, like one of my friends, for example, he took a year, and he's learned in a year from the 7-figure strategy, literally just devoting his time to that, because I told him just stick to that only. Don't do anything else. Don't try learning anything else. Don't go on YouTube searching for the best high win rate strategy, which we've all been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could see results probably in a year if you're consistent with it, obviously.
So you'd have to show up every single day.
Well, exactly, because that's the thing as well. People are like, oh, but I work a job. Okay, well, you got an hour or two in the evening.
Sure.
People claim they don't have no free time. It's because they want to play games. They want to watch a movie or something. Like, I eliminated all of that so I could get to this stage.
I think everybody has a minimum of 1 hour to put into it every single day.
100%.
Doesn't matter if it's before work, if it's after work, if it's right. Like if you're going to go to bed at 10 o'clock, go to sleep at 11, just, get educated for 1 hour. I guarantee you 1 hour a day, you do that for 60 days. You're going to know a lot more than the average person, and you're going to be way ahead of the game. But just some people aren't willing to do that. And when you start putting that hour in, eventually you get a passion for it, and then that hour turns in an hour and a half, 2 hours, and time starts flying by where you actually start to fall in love with the process.
And the thing is, it's literally just, all it is like you said, the first 60 days. Once you've got that out of the way, the rest is easier because you already understand some parts of trading. It's just a matter of a puzzle, basically. It's just putting all the pieces together.
It's a lot of pieces. It's a lot of different pieces. Like the problem is that it's so many different tools. There's just so much stuff to look at that I didn't like. Let's say you're like right now we want to, you know how to speak Chinese?
Definitely not.
Neither do I, right? But I guarantee we look at a whole entire paragraph of Chinese. We're like, dude, we don't even know where to start. But if we start one letter at a time, one word at a time, one sentence at a time, 6 months from then, we're going to look at a big paragraph of Chinese. At least we're going to know that it's going to say ching chong ching ching, something like that.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's better than just looking at it being completely lost. So, no, but bro, I appreciate you coming all the way from the UK, sharing these insights and stuff. And truthfully, showing the people that even though, you're obviously young, that you can still be a beginner trader or an experienced trader, learn the strategy, and then actually start making money with it outside of a prop firm. Because, you're killing it right now on personal, which is fucking sick, right? I think that's super cool.
Definitely. It's definitely get on a personal capital, because prop firms, obviously, I don't think they're going to disappear. I don't believe they'll disappear. But just because everything that does go on with them, it's best to have your money in a live account.
Yeah. If you're already at the point that you are now, the point that I am now, platforms are not the way. Dude, just get some money and you'll run it up. Dude. Like, I mean, you're showing it, I'm showing it. You can just deposit a couple $1,000, and if you really, really just wait for that right trade, you risk 30, 40, 50%, you're gonna grow the account over time. The scaling and flipping accounts is not for beginner traders. It's just not it, right? They're gonna constantly lose it and they're not gonna be successful. So the flipping accounts it's a game that you could play once you know how to play it, but you can't learn the game starting to play that way. So
one thing I do want to add though, real quick,
yeah.
is the flipping account has been messing in my head massively. Like seeing all these numbers, because obviously it's a lot bigger of account.
Yeah.
Because you're full margining it.
Yeah.
You're seeing a lot more blues and reds.
Don't full margin it.
No, that's what I've started doing 50 now.
You're risking 50%.
I'm gonna do 50%, yeah.
Well, you're at 30K right now.
29.5 or something.
Dude, I would go less, bro. I'd go like 25%.
Really?
Yeah, I'd go like 1/4%. Because dude, think about it. You risk 1/4%, and then you get a 1 to 3, a 1 to 4. You just made 100% of the 30K anyways.
True.
Like what's you're literally 100% flipping the account off of risking 1/4. Rather, if you risk 100% of it and you get a 1 to 4, obviously you're gonna Forex it, but you're blowing 100% of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, you got a point here.
If you risk 1/4 and you get a 1 to 4, you already 100x it, and then you only put 1/4 at risk if you were to ever lose.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so take that into consideration. So, brother, appreciate you for coming all the way out here.
Appreciate it.
For all of you guys that are watching, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We got videos like this coming every single week. If you haven't seen the podcast of the students killing it lately, go check out our channel. Appreciate you guys for watching the video all the way to the end. And we're going to go eat some sushi now, bro. All right, we're going to take some sushi. And if we have time, we'll see if we can do something with the boat. We got to face your fear. Look, what I'm thinking of doing, I won't be going that fast. I'll go like 20 miles an hour on the boat. I'll give you a life jacket.
Okay.
And then you just jump off.
If I get bit by sharks on you.
I mean, no, I'm going to leave you, then you just swim to shore.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. Appreciate you guys. See you guys in the next one.
It's insane.
Now, let me see what the fuck was called.